Hello and welcome to The Hop, a marketing podcast. I'm your host, Matt Taylor Farrington, and the owner of Purple Bunny Marketing. And today I'm joined by Nick from our social media team / video, although I think you're more video these days than socials.
Depends what hat I'm wearing, to be honest.
Correct. And today we're going to talk about content, I guess, and I guess the common theme we see where people may potentially blame the channel rather than looking at that content. And we're calling this podcast episode Don't Blame the Channel. All right. So Nick, when we say don't blame the channel, what do we mean?
So basically it's pretty much when someone basically goes, oh, look, we're posting everything to Facebook, but it's just not working. It's Facebook's fault. The algorithm's changing.
Yeah.
And they're not really... They're just blaming the channel. They're blaming
Yes.
Facebook, blaming Instagram, blaming YouTube, whatever they're using.
TikTok, whatever. Yeah.
But they're not actually like reflecting on their own content, maybe why it's not
Resonating
performing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. I think we're very quick sometimes to jump to, Facebook's changed the best time to post again, or, I posted it at this size and now this size has changed, or this has happened, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Opposed to actually taking a good hard look at, okay, what did I post? Was it at the right time, but was it for the right audience at that time, basically? Yeah. All right. So how can business tell if it is their content or if it may be, say, the channel that affected the post performance?
So they should experiment pretty much. If you're only posting photos, start posting reels maybe.
Yes.
Because as we know, I mean, I can't blame the channel for saying it, but like content, like Facebook, Instagram do prefer
Video
reels,
content.
Video content. Try posting at different times. If you're only posting for some reason at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's probably not going to work well.
Correct.
Compared to in the evening when people are coming home from work and stuff like that. It's just a lot of experimentation. Don't just give up. Don't be like, again, Facebook's changed something.
Correct.
I'm just going to give up and not use Facebook anymore, because by doing that, you're abandoning an audience that's from Facebook.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think the biggest thing and the thing that we always talk about in marketing is test and measure. And what works tomorrow may not work in 2 weeks' time. It may be different. And that is the thing. There is things. Yes, sure, the platform is changing. The algorithm is changing. So you do need to mix it up. But if you are hell-bent on just posting photos constantly to your channel, then you're probably going to just be isolated to those people who are interested in that, and you're probably not going to grow. Yeah. Versus if you're giving the platform more variation in content, you're probably going to grow, right?
Yeah.
So,
because people are following your page for a reason. They're following it for your stuff.
Yeah.
And,
correct.
Yeah.
All right. So what's probably the biggest mistake for a brand if they were to just blame the channel and go, right, I'm not posting on, say, Facebook anymore? What's the risk? What's the mistake?
As I said before, it's just you're abandoning an audience. Like you're abandoning your customers on that platform, because you might have certain amount of followers on Facebook and Instagram. You might be more popular on Instagram than Facebook, but still there's people on Facebook who don't have Instagram that are following you on there.
Correct.
So if you're going, I give up on Facebook, you're giving up on those customers who potentially want to buy more stuff or do whatever your business is.
Use your service, whatever. Yeah.
No, exactly. And you just don't, I think that's just marketing 101, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And I mean, if you've done all the homework to know that channel is where your audience is, then don't give up on it. Find a different way. Find a different solution by testing and measuring, like we just said, and trying different things. Definitely.
Yeah, experiment, try new things.
The amount of businesses that we talk to who are just scared to jump in front of a camera, it really is, unfortunately, in this day and age. I mean, look at what we had to do right here. Yeah. It is about getting comfortable in front of the camera, getting comfortable in front of a microphone, and actually getting out and talking about your brand, your product, your service, your business, whatever the case may be. So, all right. So this is another objection we get, or something we get asked all the time is, do I have to do one of those stupid TikTok trends or, whatever? So does a brand need to jump on a trend in order to kind of grow on social media?
No, not really. But there's no harm in trying it if you want to give it a go. You have people on your team who love that type of stuff, who can jump on camera and be a bit silly and goofy. But if it's not for you, then you don't have to do it. Correct. But you also have to remember, is that going to resonate with your audience? Is doing a TikTok dance going to appease your 50-plus demographic?
Correct.
For example.
Or are they just going to scroll and go, what the hell are they doing today? I agree. I think it is about, knowing who your audience is and tailoring it. And look, if the trends work for them and you're comfortable to do them, great, do it.
Yeah, just do it.
But if you're not comfortable, don't.
Yeah, exactly. Just be goofy if you want to.
Yeah. I think a lot of people need to start to learn to drop the facade sometimes and just have fun.
Absolutely.
But yeah, even in business. So, all right. So can you share an example of a brand that we've worked with that we've adapted its content strategy? Instead of switching channels where there was concern, we've kind of adapted and changed their content to improve their performance.
Yeah, so one of our clients, Hair by Sigrid, who's a hairdresser in Flagstone.
Yes.
We recently took them on to do their social media and stuff, and we've started doing reels for them.
Yes.
Because I think before they were mostly just doing photos of like hair and all that type of stuff.
Yes.
So we've started doing like, some TikTok trends and stuff like that around hairdressing and that. And they've just popped off. Like their reels have gotten, I think one of them got a couple of thousand views across Instagram and Facebook, and a lot of reactions, a lot of comments and stuff like that. And we've seen a boost in their followers and stuff like that. So like that's a good example of them not just going, nah, people don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah.
But like it also showcases them and their workers, their hairdressers. And
their personality
exactly.
and who they are. And I mean, hair, not to complain because I get my hair done by Sigrid, but you do, when you go to a hairdresser, you want to form a relationship with that person because they are they determine how you look when you walk out of that salon. So, you want to make sure you have a good relationship. So getting to know them a little bit more is good, I think, on camera. And I think what you guys have done with the content for Hair by Sigrid is great. I think we introduced a segment as well where they're talking a bit more about hair care. They're talking to
a brush.
Yes, brush talk, I think it's called. And they're kind of talking about things that people should know about their hair and stuff like that. And even those I've seen are resonating quite well as well. So, it's an excellent thing. And I think it's just sometimes it's about taking a fresh perspective too. Like we were an outsider who looked in and went, right, here's some things that could be changed that could improve the performance basically. Yeah. So, all right. So what's one key thing that a business could take away from today that could improve their content performance without having to change platforms? What would you say? What would be the biggest thing you'd say that they need to do first?
I think as I said earlier, like just experiment posting at different times, experiment with different types of content. If you are only posting photos, start posting some videos. Like it's everyone has a phone nowadays to film stuff on, to edit stuff on. And like there's a lot of easy stuff out there to put everything together.
Yes.
Instagram and TikTok you can edit videos within those apps.
Correct.
Which is very, very basic and very easy. Yeah. That's my main. Just experiment, try new things, have a go. Be a bit goofy, be a bit silly if you want to.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So don't blame the channel.
Yes.
Make sure you take a look at your content.
Look, Facebook and Instagram can be annoying sometimes, but like you still have to like give it a go and try new things and adapt.
Yeah, and look, I guess it is easy to fall in that rut. We've sometimes, gone, oh my God, they've changed the algorithm again and whatever. And they do. And unfortunately, that's just the reality of it now.
You just adapt, and then but also kind of pushes your creativity in a way as well when they change things. So like, just it's no point giving up because again, you're abandoning a whole audience.
Correct.
And like giving up, just lose a lot of money at the end of the day. So
100% agreed. So you go. I worked it in again right at the end, Nick. I'm doing it perfectly. All right, cool. Well, thanks for coming along, Nick, to have a chat about social media and how people can maybe optimize their content a little bit more. And thank you for tuning into the latest episode of The Hop. Make sure you subscribe on the links below to stay up to date with all the ever-changing marketing trends.